Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to my channel. Happy December. I am getting ready to open my advent calendar from MK Shop, which is some assemblage required. Now I actually already know what is in here because I saw it on Facebook earlier today, but that is completely okay with me because I'm going to use it as the title of my December project. So there is this right here. It says time for an adventure. It's got some pine trees on it and a clock and compass. And I thought this would be perfect as the beginning page of my December project, which I've got my kit right here. It also came with this boot with some leaves. This is not going to make it into the December project. This will go into my stash, but I thought this would be absolutely perfect. I'm definitely going to color in some of this. I'm not exactly sure if I'm just going to use some white pen or some colors, but I've got my kit. I've got my wood veneer piece, so let's see what I can do. All right, guys, so I'm just going to be straight out. This layout is not going to be a story. It is literally my title page. Now, sometimes for my December project, I wait to do the title page and kind of feel like where I'm going with my album and make the title page based on that. Sometimes, like this year, I'm just going straight for the title page because I kind of had an idea of what I wanted. I knew I wanted a plaid background and I knew I wanted Christmas somehow like predominantly displayed on the title page, right? Because even though I call this my December project, it really is just a place to kind of document my thoughts and feelings about Christmas, whether those thoughts and feelings are of current year events and stories, or if I'm reminiscing about the past, or if I'm just playing with Christmas products that make me happy and I'm just making a decorative page. I really don't think of this project that I do in December as a Christmas journal. I don't think of it as a daily thing. It's just kind of my December project. Like, I started calling it that a little while ago just because I felt like I was taking little bits and pieces of all the big December ideas out there and making it my own. So that is what I'm doing. I knew that I wanted to have a plaid background, right? I wanted to have Christmas displayed prominently. I didn't know where I was going to go with this yet, but ultimately I went ahead and decided to distress my edges. So that means I'll have distress edges in the journal, the book, the daily project, whatever you want to call it. I'll probably call it all kinds of different things, even though I just went into this big long explanation of how this is my December project and not a Christmas journal. I might call it a journal. I might call it a daily project. I might call it all kinds of things because that's how I'm feeling in the moment. So if you are like, whoa, girl, you were just kind of all over the place, my project is kind of all over the place. Let's just be honest. So I have this pre-printed green and white paper. I believe it says Merry Christmas all over it. Went ahead, distressed those edges. Also distressed a black piece of cardstock to mat underneath of it. You guys did see I went ahead and put my chroma mist down before I put the upper part of the page on, like the top part of the page here. I am using that time for an adventure wood veneer from MK Shop. Some assemblage required. I'm not exactly sure if she still has advent calendars available still. She did last week or so when I was on her website browsing around. But I'm not sure now, guys. I'm just honestly not sure. I am going to take my Uniball Signo pen and I am going to kind of color in time and adventure so that it stands out a little bit. There's just a little differentiation in color here. And then I will ultimately finish decorating the layout. So I am thinking about, I want to add some gold to this. I want to add glitter and sparkle because Christmas has a lot of sparkle and shine, right? Like there's a lot of sparkle and shine in Christmas. And then I also am going to add this dark wood grain. This is one of my favorite wood grain papers. It is actually from Paper House Productions. There's some great basic papers that Paper House puts out that I just like to have on hand because they are just great papers to have. I don't want to say that they're generic, but they're a generic paper, meaning you could use them for all kinds of things. Like this is just a beautiful wood grain. I am going to take this washi tape, this gold glitter washi tape, and layer it over top of the wood grain. Now, originally I thought I might kind of offset layer them a little bit, but ultimately I decided to go ahead and put that washi tape straight over the wood grain. I'm looking for stuff to continue to embellish this title page with. I'm thinking that there needs to be more, right? And I really almost went with this flare, and it says Be Merry, but it just felt like I was getting the wrong kind of feeling from it, right? Like it just wasn't meshing up with what I was envisioning for this title page. Now, it fit perfectly in the space, but it just was not exactly what I wanted. I did decide to go ahead and distress the wood grain paper as well. It felt like it was just a little bit too clean and too sharp over top of all the other distressed edges. So I went ahead and distressed that. And I trimmed it down a little bit. And then I also tore down the gold glitter washi tape as well. It just was too long of a piece. Now, normally I would put this kind of piece on the left-hand side of the page. Just because that's just normally what I go for. It's the kind of look I like. However, I really did like it over here on the right-hand side of the page. And once I decided to get rid of that flare badge, I went ahead and grabbed kind of this little ornament here. Again, wasn't feeling it. Right shape, right size, just wasn't feeling it. And then I went with this little house advent calendar. You might not be able to see it on the video, but it is a little advent calendar house. And I thought this is perfect. It's time for an adventure. It's an advent calendar. This is my December projects. It's all about all the December holiday Christmas things. So that would be totally great. The little puffy sticker up above it says December, or the abbreviation for December, DEC. And I thought that that was great. I am going to use my Nouveau Deluxe adhesive to add a little bit extra adhesive to this so that they don't fall out or pop off of my layout. Because, you know, you really don't need that happening in your life. And then I'm going to do a little bit more decoration. Now, I am going to mess around with this for a hot second. I wasn't sure if I just wanted to add one flower, I wanted to add 2 flowers, or if I wanted 3 flowers. I do deliberate over it for a few minutes. Ultimately, I land on 3 flowers, 1 at the top of the wood veneer and 2 on the bottom right-hand side of the wood veneer. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Should I have gone with all 3? Should I have ignored the flowers altogether? But I wanted something a little bit more on here. I played with the idea of adding some tulle on here because I thought that that would be completely appropriate. But ultimately, I just decided the 3, that's a tongue twister, the 3 poinsettias would work out just fine. Now, these are flowers that I bought at Hobby Lobby last year. A lot of the times they bring back the same things year after year, and they just date them differently, so they might have them. I'm not sure. I haven't been in a Hobby Lobby in months. But anyway, that is going to do it for the title page of my December project. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you're creating a December project and all the things, because guys, I don't know if you know this, but this is my favorite time of the year. Okay, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.